Hey, well, thanks, Ruben, for inviting me to the show. Thanks, guys. So my name is Henry Choi. At your Boston guy. I've been in Boston since 1993. I grew up in Lexington, currently living in Medford, Massachusetts, which is pretty much right next to Cambridge. I did 10 years of I was a director of human resource. I was an accounting manager. I was part of the U.S. Navy. Now I'm in real estate. So, as Charles was saying, that Massachusetts has a lot of things going for them. If you look at Boston, like half the city's underwater, so we have very limited land here. And Cambridge is, as Dan mentioned, is a place that just does not drop in value. And I will continue elaborate that on just a little bit more. So we have all the universities. We have more direct flights coming in and out of Boston. We have the growing biotech. We have all the hospitals, and there's a constant demand that we just don't have space for. So Cambridge, I believe, is it's a great value. You're not going to lose money, but to me, the acquisition cost on those properties is a little bit higher. So I think how you would angle this property would be you will buy for the appreciation, and more of the cap rate's going to be a little bit lower. So I also invest out in Michigan. So I got four cash flowing units out there. Bought and sold probably seven, maybe half a dozen properties out there at 2x, 3x returns. Also holding on to seven lots of land that I'm waiting to build on because I believe there's a lot of opportunity there. But let's see. Yeah, so I mean, I think far as like what you're saying about Cambridge, the three plexes back in the days, you could have picked them up for I think just like around 8,000, 800,000, or something like that. But talking with Charles yesterday, I was like, wow, you're putting this on the market at 1.8, like how times have changed. And I personally think if you were to acquire this property as a long-term hold, yes, so you could probably definitely make a return of probably 3 to 4%. But I think the better option would be taking ownership of the property, um, probably live in one of the units, renovate the units as you go, and then after you're done with the leases, then condo them out and sell them unit by unit.
I had a question. So when it comes to, obviously you guys are both saying there's a lot of demand for property, there's not enough housing units. So for a property specific like this, a 3 unit, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath,
Hmm.
what would it, after we do the renovations, what would it rent for?
Well, depending on what kind of finishes you guys are trying to do there. I mean, there's a lot of access to Harvard University, MIT, great
We would
locations,
bring it to market,
highway
whatever the
access.
market would demand in that neighborhood.
I think if it was nice luxury finishes on it, you could probably easily get 4,000 plus.
And in that specific area, was Cambridge landlord friendly or is it tenant friendly? And is there rent control?
So I can't comment on the rent control portion of it, but Massachusetts in general is a very tenant-friendly state, not to the extremes of California. Uh, I mean, the thing is also Cambridge has the limitations on Airbnb ability. There's restrictions on that as well.
Interesting. Interesting.
So this would be a better buy and hold, or just and lease it out to essentially tenants, or you can
Hmm.
house hack it, live in one, and have a cash flow from the other.
Right, and I think well, as far as like if this was my angle, I'll probably just as Dan said, get a use a FHA for like less than 4% down, acquire the property and renovate as you go as a long-term project. But I guess if you wanted a faster cash flow, then go in there, just renovate all three units, condo them out, and sell them individually. Because I think a condo in that particular area, you could probably get like 1.2, 1.6, depending on how you finish it out. Well, ARIA is the Asian Real Estate Association of America. We advocate for sustainable home ownership with the AAPI community. Just because it has Asian in it, it doesn't mean you have to be Asian to be part of it. As Dan Lionetta, I don't know how Asian he looks, but he's actually been part of the Boston board. and he also is the chapter president for Jacksonville a while ago. And what's great about this organization, we have 45 chapters nationally, and we have about 18,000 members, and that's also been growing. It's a great way to just network with just superstar agents, lenders, inspectors. Just a great way to just meet a tons of people on the local level. But another thing is you could travel to any part of the country and pretty much have a local chapter there and just be like, hey, what's going on? Meet up, have some dinner, share a couple of drinks, discuss business. Lots of referral business that goes back and forth. And I joined this organization like 7 years ago, thinking I'll probably stay for 1 or 2 years. But then one year, every May we go to Washington D.C. and we advocate for housing rights. So I'm there as just like a normal human being, talking to senators, Congress folks, speakers of the House, talking about these policies that could be life changing to so many people, and just gives us that leverage.